Hello.
And I even got ready. I shaved yesterday for this.
Wow.
I appreciate the
You
dedication,
don't look
sir.
any better.
Yeah. It's a shame.
I'm not sure why we're friends sometimes. All right. So, one thing I think we need to point out with this kind of series with our mixers, our everyday, our Friday nights, is we all work in different price brackets for what we consider an everyday, a Friday night, and all of those things. So I'll let you be the judge of exactly where it is my price bracket is with these. So for my everyday drinker, I feel like I'm going for a true everyday drinker. And I'm going with Evan Williams, Bottle and Bond. Solid choice. In the past, when we've tried this blind against bourbons that are in a substantially higher bracket, it continues to hold its own. You can usually pick it out as one of the lower on the lower end, but it does hold its own against bourbons that are usually in a higher price tag, and also bourbons that are reputable, not just expensive, but actually quality bourbons. So for an everyday drinker, can't go wrong with Evan Williams Bottle and Bond.
Yep, great value. Coming in at 100 proof, so it drinks easy, like you would have no problem enjoying that on a daily basis.
Plus,
Yeah.
it's got the bottle and bond thing, so it's at least 4 years old, which is way better than you're getting with a lot of products. So it's going to be quality.
Yeah, and depending on where you're at, we say $20 price tag, but depending on where you're at, you might find the thing for $15. I've seen it as low as that in certain places. All right, so for my mixer, a lot of people kind of have a different philosophy on a mixer and exactly what they're looking for in a mixer. A lot of people kind of want something with a stronger profile, with spices that really come through. I went in a little bit of a different direction. I'm going with Henderson, which is something the other guys, based on their look right now, have not heard of. This is in the $9.99 price bracket.
Oh no!
Like,
he
decimal places
hold
are
on.
like $9.99.
No. That means prior for us.
Oh no!
In the thing
Yes.
that we have sent from him, on which the
We have a
viewers
sample
will
of
see in
this.
the weeks coming, under
Oh no!
random crap Brian sends us.
Yeah, garbage Brian sends.
This is in your shipment, and you can, here's what makes a great mixer. You can almost drink this straight without cringing. And so in future weeks, you guys are going to see these guys actually drink this blind, and I don't know. I feel like they'll be pleasantly surprised, or maybe not, which will be great as well. But the thing I like about this,
I've had some really bad liquor in Hungary once. They call it Palinka. They say it tastes like different fruits. It doesn't. So
okay.
I think I can handle it.
So don't rag on this before you taste it, okay? It's only 80 proof. So that is my little caveat. Typically in a mixer, I want something with a little bit more proof to it. But you actually, rather than the heavy spice notes, you get a lot of sweet notes in this. And it kind of creates just kind of a different flavor profile in your traditional mixer. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a sweeter, caramely profile to your mixer, that's kind of what this one will provide, is a little bit of a change up.
And they're on a weekly allowance from mom. Maybe go with that.
And it's in a super cheap price bracket. So like if you pour, half the bottle in to mix with something, you don't even feel bad about it.
Mow your neighbor's yard on a Saturday, you can go buy this.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a weekly allowance purchase. But honestly, Henderson, not hating on you, you do well for what you're doing at $9.99. So
I'm scared.
You guys are totally scared, aren't you? The great news is they're scared of this, and they shouldn't be. But there's some other stuff they shouldn't be scared of.
Oh no!
That they don't even know about. So that's a little bit of a teaser for garbage that Brian sends when these guys have to taste that in the coming weeks. All right, so moving on. So Friday night pour, it's a Friday night. It's been a tough week. Something I'm going to go with is my 1792 Bottle and Bond. I think for a Friday night pour, just this is once again a price bracket I feel like you can afford. It's something you can probably, depending on the time of year, find
somewhat
fairly
available.
easy, depending on the time of year. If you can't find the Bottle and Bond and you enjoy higher proof, get the barrel proof. Maybe get the single barrel if you can find that. But a 1792 in general, that single barrel, that barrel proof, and Bottle and Bond probably being my favorite, is a great Friday night pour. And it's something that, once again, that you can find that's gonna taste great. The thing I like about this is the combination of a nose plus palate and finish works together well. And Friday night, just hanging out, that nose is something that just lingers very nicely for a while.
Yeah, all 1792s have a great finish. You can't go wrong there.
Totally agree. Well, and typically the nose, I feel like that's one of the signatures with 1792s is you got a finish, you got a really good nose, but that palate sometimes it is really where I feel like I get the variant on the 1792s, depending on which one. So, impress my friends. I'm going to get some flack for this.
That wasn't the Henderson?
Yeah, I would thought for sure.
I don't know. When we taste that one in a little while, you guys might be impressed by the Henderson.
I do not think we will be impressed. Good sir.
You might be impressed given the price tag to quality. We'll see. And in this Henderson, by the way, there might even be coupons. You might be able to get $7.99. So check on that. So impress your friends. It's not something that's going to be like, oh wow, I've totally heard of that all the time, but something I believe that will actually impress. I'm going Old Foe, 1910.
Oh.
Yes, I'm my Old Foe. I try to put my Old Foe love in check as much as I can for the sake of just being objective. But Old Foe 1910. If you want to impress some people, pour this, have them taste it. I will say this is for people who actually appreciate bourbon. If they're people that don't
I feel
really
like that
drink
was a shot across the bow.
bourbon. yeah, it was low blow, boom. At 1792. If you don't, I'm sorry, 1792. Wow, 1910. If you don't drink this and you're not impressed, I don't know. There's something wrong with your palate, in my personal opinion. But in the comment section, honestly, tell us: are you a 1920 person or are you a 1910 person? Because I continue to believe, and I talk to people, and they're like, 1910, I like more than 1920. I constantly hear that when I talk to people, and for some reason, everyone acts like 1920.
I don't know who you talk to.
No,
you got to talk to somebody other than the mirror.
Oh, yeah, Heaven Hill did listen to me. If you did not listen to my line cutter rant on our presidential pick video, you should totally listen to that. And Heaven Hill, thank you for listening to me. Just this last week, TJ went to Heaven Hill, and they actually had a giant sign about how they were handing out tickets. They were not allowing line cutters or any of those things. I like to feel like my ranting video had something to do with that. That is not something I believe they'd previously done.
0%.
But it's interesting. I like to believe that Heaven Hill listened to us and said, you know what, those line cutters, we are going to do something about them.
That's what they got together and said, this random guy from Missouri, he's right.
Hey, hashtag influence. So that brings me actually to my special, which is
Old Forester.
Which is an Old Forester.
Oh.
This is the
special. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
This is the El Presidente. So President's pick right here. It is Inauguration Day, actually.
We are filming this on Inauguration Day. This is appropriate.
Filming this honorary. So I had to give the presidents a shout out. And this isn't a political statement one way or the other, but just kind of, hey, President's pick on Inauguration Day. So yeah, I mean, if you want to just have something special, what's more special than, it's the president. I mean, you got a hotel, you get the presidential suite, you drink the president's choice of Old Forester, one of the best distilleries in the country. Boom, right here.
It's one of them.
I was willing to agree with you till you said the best distillery.
I said one of the best. I said one of the best. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I would say, if you want to impress your guests, a president's choice, which means it was picked by the president of the company. Like, you can't go wrong with that. That is a very good choice, and it's a
Even
very
though
good
we
bourbon.
said their barrel strength was actually better, but Brian doesn't have a barrel strength because he passed on it when he went and bought it.
I did.
Do
Some of
you
us
and
work
I
on a
both?
different budget, and so
Do
I
the two
needed
of
to pick.
us? I think the two of us have 2 barrel strengths.
You guys do.
My second one's on its way, but yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so just I guess for the viewing audience, if they care, things biggest regrets of 2020. I passed on an Old Foe barrel strength for budget reasons, and I passed on a Luxro
12 years old.
for
12.
yeah.
I'm
for
not gonna lie.
for budget reasons.
For all our
And
viewers,
hold on, this is my time, sir. And I deeply regret both because I feel like either one of those would have been worth the fight with my wife, knowing that she is a lovely, gracious person.
and for all our viewers, if you can afford the 150 price point, the Luxro 12-year is way better than the Old Forester barrel strength at 80 to 90 bucks.
Ooh, way better.
Wow.
That is a bold statement.
not-
sir.
That is the hot
Not
take
even
in there.
questionable.
Hot take. I'm not willing to go there.
Fighting words.
I am
Fighting words.
willing to blind my 2
I'm
Old
willing to
Forester barrel
blind, yeah,
strengths against Chuck's Luxro 12.
I like
and
this.
I guarantee you
I
the
like this.
Luxro
I'm
12 is
willing to
gonna
be a
win
part
out.
of this. As a person,
What I just heard is I'm willing to
bourbon in
drink
there,
Chuck's whiskey.
I am willing to be a part of this.
I'm sending 2 whiskeys. You're sending 1 whiskey, and
You know,
Brian
it really
is just
would be
receiving
appropriate.
3
We just
whiskeys.
Brian's
throw
just
in the
drinking.
George T. Stagg or the Old Carter in there too, to make sure that we have these anchors, for quality purposes.
I'm
That's
willing to
not
let
fair
you do that.
because if we do that, the Old Carter's going to win. The Luxro is going to get second place. The Old Full
No.
Barrel Strength is going to go next, and the George T. Stagg's going last place.
Okay.
No.
So if we can just wrap this up, gentlemen.
Yeah, we should.
Stay on
Brian, bring us
target.
back.
Okay. Stay on target.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Those are my choices. That's my
Star Wars
everyday.
reference.
Evan Williams. Henderson is my mixer. 1792 Bottle Bond Friday night. Old Forester 1910. Impress Your Friends. President's Choice is my special occasion. And honestly, if you've made it this far in the video, if you could in the comments tell us if you're a 1910 or a 1920 person.
Stay neat.
Power of Bourbon.